Hello, I'm Anja. I'm exploring happiness, and this is my story. Okay, so why did I explore happiness? Or why am I exploring happiness? Because I keep doing it. Well, because I was very unhappy. And when did that start? Well, in the teenagers. I mean, for some people, it starts in their childhood. My childhood, I would say, was happy. In my teenagers, and possibly, it starts in the childhood. But in my teenagers, I was definitely unhappy or not happy, or not all the time. And then I was quite privileged, so I had my opportunities and I had support. I had my family. Was good in school. I had looks. I know, yes, this is 30 years later. So I had friends. I had people would say like, why are you sad or not happy? You have everything. Good, like, yeah, sorry. So I felt guilty about it. Felt guilty about not being happy all the time. I couldn't deal with my sadness or my anger. I was also told like not to do that. I would not say like by necessarily specific people, but that was the general sentiment was like, you have to be happy, and I wasn't. So I developed bulimia I would say, to like throw up my feelings. Also, I felt like I really hated my guts. I really didn't like myself. And I also felt like other people had a secret, and they all knew, how to do things, and I just didn't. Like I was so lost. And I was also really not connected. So I was not connected to myself. I was really bad in relationships. Like I had friendships, I had romantic relationships, I had my family, but I wouldn't say I was particularly good in it. It was pretty crap in it. So, and I would say because I couldn't connect. So I was also lonely. Like it was painful, like physically painful, that loneliness, particularly when I was around other people, particularly when I was around people who I thought will help me out of that loneliness, like romantic partners or family, and sometimes also friends. But of course, nobody can if you if you can't really say what you need, what you want, if you're not connected to yourself. It's not going very well. Okay, so then I broke down in my early 20s with clinical depression and anxiety. I didn't really see the point in living, like in the sense of it's really hard. It's more like a dark hole. And why should I do this? Yet some people said for my parents, and I was like, yeah, I love them, but it's not sure if it's a good thing if I just keep living for them. So I came across the concept of happiness. I had like a bit of an esoteric phase. And I was like, oh, interesting. I mean, I had heard of happiness before, but so I was like, okay, let's explore that. And I did intentionally do that. So that was where it started. I started to explore happiness. I just looked for happiness in films, mainstream stuff. I'm cello, films and books and music, and it was everywhere. So I thought, like, well, I'm obviously not really good in it, so maybe I can copy other people. I mean, eventually that's true, worked out. Anyway, I then, with 29, I migrated. Kind of, I was only coming for 9 months, but 17 years later, I'm still here, from Hamburg, Germany to Australia, Sydney, Australia. I did travel a lot just to see if happiness is somewhere else, like explore in that sense. Also explore, just do things like impulsively or then controlled or not doing them and just trying out if happiness comes across that way. And I met my husband, and he was very much less privileged. He had also a traumatic youth, and he was lying in bed all the time. He went to his job and to see friends and whatever. Anyway, I also read the book from Gretchen Rubin, The Happiness Project, and she um, addressed, like, she really approached happiness quite controlled in a way where she looked up, like, okay, so happiness is connected to these things, love, friendship, awareness, and so on, and then dedicated specific months to those projects, and with tasks. So I was like, oh, so I can do that myself. Like I'm in charge of my happiness. Oof. I. So I went on and did it all. I was, and then I started to feel responsible for everything, and I felt very heavy. I couldn't laugh anymore at some point. I had my kids, and then I broke down with breast cancer. Well, I didn't break down, but I got breast cancer. Had a full year of that, and then afterward, there was quite a lot of struggles in every way. Also separated from my husband, but I found like my body, like I saw it like my body had given me notice, like I'm out of here if you don't change anything. So I started to connect with myself and to stop, and then I saw like, that's happiness. So I'm still practicing, and I'm not every day chirpy happy, but that's like all that together is happiness